The ancient prophecy of 7 generations is about restoring the tree of life. And the number 7 is peculiar here because people say, well, 7 generations from now. But actually, if you go back far enough to the Mixtec people and the region where the ghost dance was first danced, the number 7 actually means generations. So 7 generations is 7 generations. So I believe that this was the very beginning of the prophecy here. And what it was about was a time when the tree of life would be dying, and the only hope of humanity was to bring back the tree. For me, and from what I have learned, the tree of life has been mistaken for an arboreal tree, when actually in reality it's a subterranean tree. It's a mycelium that grew like a network through all of the Americas and brought all the trees together and all life together, wired together almost like an internet as one. And the ghost dance is the ritual to ignite the prophecy of 7 generations and heal the tree of life. And of course, to do this, a main thing of importance is water. And as we have traveled through North America, now down to the bottom of Mexico, it has been so obvious that in places water is vanishing, and in other places there's too much water and it's flooding. The water is out of balance. And we hear all these reasons, but the reason that I think is the bottom line that everyone has looked over is the rain is controlled in many ways by the trees and the vegetation, and therefore by the subterranean mycelium tree of life that makes the plants be able to interact with each other and the trees able to interact. We have cut down so many trees that the trees no longer put up in the air what is needed to bring the rain down in specific places. So the clouds drift by and they rain in the ocean, or they pass by and they leave places desert. This is nothing new. This has gone on for a long time, and many civilizations have vanished because of the lack of rain. And we have seen in our travels that this is the main thing we're dealing with. So how do we start to work with the rain? Well, you have to work with water. You have to work with the rain. And we've lost all ability to communicate with these elements of nature and be aware of them and how they work. It is obviously where it's out of control. So I believe that the talking plants are a means for humans to once again communicate with the elements of nature, and therefore be able to communicate with the plants and the tree of life to bring the rains once again, which is, I believe, the key to our survival, for it to rain where there is no rain, and to be drier where we have no rain, where we have too much rain, to come to balance with the rain. This is a key to our survival. Ninashkifkatili, the gods give to those who give to the rain.